welcome back to my channel. That's Sonita. Today I have a fun project for you guys. I'm going to make a candy bag zippy pouch. It's lined and it's quilted and it's cute. So let me show you what all you're going to need here. You're going to need a candy bag. You need to empty it out. Whether you eat it or save it or give it away is up to you. See how this has got like a zippy pouch on it? You just need to go clear up to the top there where it starts to turn into the zippy pouch, where it's no longer flat, and trim it off. The same way with the sides where they're heat sealed to keep it shut. You need to cut off all of them. And the very bottom, cut all of that off so it's just two flat pieces, one for the front and one for the back. You'll also be needing some heat and bond iron-on vinyl. You'll need some fabric for your lining, a zipper, and some batting. Okay guys, I got my bags cut down. You can see there's the front of it and there's the back of it. It's going to be super cute. Okay, what you're going to want to do is cut yourself a piece of vinyl for both the front and the back. As long as it's bigger than what it is, that's all that matters. I'm actually going to have to trim these down just a little bit. This is like leftover from the end of a roll, so I just went with those. I'm going to cut it down a little bit so they're a little easier to manage. One. You have your heat on your iron set to medium. That's per the heat and bond iron-on vinyl instructions. Okay. And what you want to do is, let me get my, oh, it's down here. You want to lay your candy bag down. You're going to take your iron-on vinyl, separate it. One side has got vinyl, the other side has got the grid lines, and you peel them apart. Save this because you use this to iron it down with. One side is sticky, that goes onto the candy bag. You just try to line it up as good as you can, and that just touched it by accident. It's a little sticky. If you don't get it in the right place, it does come back up so that you can position it correctly. That is right on the edge, but that is fine because that's where I would cut it at anyways. Okay. Then all you do, take this piece that you took off of it, lay it down over top so that your iron can rest on it and melt that vinyl, which takes like 10 seconds. So just press and hold it. Don't let your iron touch the plastic or the vinyl, otherwise it'll make a big old mess on your iron. I've not done that. I'm going to try really hard to not do that because I imagine that would be a very big mess to clean up. Alright, and lift your grid paper up and go to the other side of it and continue, and make sure you don't touch that vinyl on the other side that you now don't have covered. Press and hold it. You're just melting the vinyl on top of your candy bag so that your candy bag can be used to turn into a zippy pouch. These would make great Christmas gifts, or like at Easter time, you can make these up and just take the candy out, put it in like a little baggie, and put it back inside once you get your zippy pouch made, and use that whole thing as a gift. The kids would love it. Okay. Give this a minute to cool. As you can see, it's all flattened down on there. This is not ironed on. That's still just like a sticky side. It'll peel right up as soon as it cools. And then my fingernail's hard to grab hold of it. You just peel it right up. Now, as you can see, this curls up a little, but don't worry about that because this lays directly on your batting because we're going to quilt this. So this will lay directly on your batting and it'll stick to it without moving it, and it'll be just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and I'll meet you back here in just a minute. Okay guys, I got both of them ironed. The next thing you want to do, cut yourself a piece of lining, whatever color you want, that would match your bag. You're going to lay that down pretty side down. And then you're going to put a piece of batting on top of that. And then you're going to take your candy bag, which now has vinyl on it, and it will be a little curly, but like I said, it'll stick to the batting. Don't worry about that. Because that vinyl on the part that did not get ironed down onto the candy bag has a little bit of stickiness to it, so it'll stick to the batting. And on the corners, to keep them from curling up, I am going to put a couple pins in to hold it still while I get ready to sew it down. I really need some new pins. They're not very sharp. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I've got allergies. Okay. There's the front of it. Then the back, you'll see the pretty side because when you're all done, this is going to be just a quilted sandwich to turn into a zippy bag. So I will get the other side ready and we'll meet you over here at the sewing machine to see what the next step is. Okay guys, I'm back. The next step, since we have our quilt sandwich, is first thing I'm going to do is just sew a simple straight stitch all the way around the bag so that I can keep it still for when I go to quilt it. So that's all I'm doing is a straight stitch all the way around the bag just to hold it down while I'm trying to do my quilting. This is going to be a very cute little bag. Just about there, guys. Okay, last side here, and we just got a little bit around the corner. Okay guys, I'm back. I have set my stitch length to 3, and I'm using the line that I sewed all the way around as my first guide, and I'm putting my presser foot up against that, and I've got one of the wide open toe ones, so it'll be like maybe half an inch. I'm going to turn this sideways, like a half an inch in between each quilted line. You can do that, or you can do straight up and down, landscape, portrait. You could do crosshatch, you could do serpentine stitch, whatever you want to do to quilt this. It just treat it like a normal project where you're using the fabric, because I I have done crosshatch and I've also done serpentine stitch and they look great, but today I'm just going to do simple single stitches. And here we go. Okay. Now, you can see it's got a little stitch in there. It looks really cute. I'm just going to keep going until I got all the way up this bag, as well as do my other bag. And I'll come back and show you what the next step is. Okay, guys, I'm back. I've got both pieces quilted, just straight lines across. That's how things feel when they're quilted. The next step is going to be trim off all the extra batting and lining on the back. Just going to literally line it up with the bag edges and cut it off. Alright, see how cute that looks. There's your lining. Trim up this other one here. Alright, there's that. Alright, and there's the back. Okay, the next thing is to take care of our zipper. I've got here a 1.5 inch wide piece of fabric, and you just like if you're doing binding, you fold it in half, iron it, and then fold the centers into it, iron it, then fold it in half like that and iron it. And this is going to be a zipper tab, so you can put your zipper in there and sew it down onto it. My bag is 8 inches wide. You want your zipper to be 1 inch less than that. First thing I'm going to do is get this end nice and neat. And I can stick my zipper in there. So I need my zipper to be 7 inches long. I like using zipper tabs because it comes out much cleaner that way. Just down for a second. All you're doing is once you've got this ironed, yeah, you got all these 4 creases there. Stick your zipper end in there, and this is big enough piece. It's like 6 inches long by 1.5 inches wide. It's big enough to put both ends of your zipper in there. So we'll start with one. You just stick it in there to the crease. Either hold it down, clip it down, whichever way you want to do that. I'm going to clip it just till I get it in there, because I also have to put my zipper foot on. And put this back to regular stitch length. You want to get it as close to the edge of that fold as you can get it. I don't know why I'm struggling here. There. Turn my sewing speed way down. And sometimes when your sewing project won't start going, I use this. This is something that a pair of scissors came in, a little sheath. I use this, put it up underneath my presser foot so that I have something to grab onto and it'll take off better. See how it started moving? I'll back up there. Still turn this down just a tad. This is a nylon zipper, so it should go through it just fine. But I do, while I'm right here at the teeth, try to take it slow. Oh man, I say that and I break the needle. I'll be back. Okay guys, sorry, I'm back. I had a very old needle in because I've done a jelly roll rug and several other projects before I actually changed my needle. So even though this is a nylon zipper, it broke it because it's just an old needle. So let's try this again. I just inch it over top of the actual zipper. And back up so it has extra stitches around that zipper. And sew to the edge of the zipper tab. Back up. And that's it. And there you can see the zipper tab is sewed. Now what you want to do is trim it off right at the zipper edge. My thread there. Trim that up right at the edge. Have these loose threads here. Okay, so that's one end. Now make sure you measure your project bag. Like I said, mine is 8 inches, so I need my zipper to be 7 inches. So I've got a little, I'm not sure if you can see this, not a, I taped on a measuring, I don't know what you call it, ruler, whatever it is. Measure tape. I'm going to use some heat erasable pen. I'm going to mark down to 7 inches because that's how long I want this to be. I'm going to cut it off, and then I'm going to do the other end of the zipper with the zipper tab. I don't want to use my other scissors. Okay, and just like the other one, you put this on the end of there, slide your zipper in there, hold it down there, clip it or hold it in place, however you want to do it, and go over it with your sewing machine and a zipper foot. And like I said, when you're going over top of the zipper, the actual teeth part of it, just go slow. Even if you want to, you can actually even hand crank it, if you feel safer that way. But go over top of it twice there just to make sure your stitches are good and stable. And I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay guys, all back. Here's my zipper. Works good. Sealed in on both ends. Now you take the front of your bag, lay your zipper teeth side down. I moved the zipper pole about the middle of it just to get it out of my way. And you're just going to center this. You should have like around a 1/2 inch on each end of clearance because we made it an inch shorter. I'm just going to clip that down. Move that down just a hair. Okay. Now, just like any other zipper project, put your zipper foot on and just get closer towards the teeth. Not right on them, obviously, but you know, like this is your zipper tape there. About halfway into the zipper is where I'm putting my needle at. Probably going to be having to change my bobbin here soon. And I start and stop a few times just to make sure it's on there good. When you get close to your zipper, just move it out of the way so that it doesn't get in the way. I do sew the zippers a little slower just because I want them to come out as good as I possibly can get them. Back tack, and she's on there. See? Now what you want to do is turn it over on this side. See how this zipper is up and it's going to be in the way? You need to fold that down and do a top stitch, and I do it from this side so I can make sure I've got the whole zipper in there. If you don't do that, when you go to open and close your bag, this is going to get in the way and it's going to get caught in your zipper. So you want to fold this down, kind of give it a little finger press to help it make it behave. Then put it right back under there and do the same thing, sewing it down, but really close to the edge. You start at the very edge of the bag because you've also got this extra ½ inch there. You want to sew that part down too. So you want to start from the very edge, not just the zipper. Okay, let me get to the end of this and I'll show you up close where my presser foot's laying at. Going through a little bit of thickness, that's why I'm not sure if you can hear my machine. It's going through it, it just makes a little noise because it's got zipper, the vinyl, batting, and your back piece of lining. So it's got a little bit of thickness that's trying to go through there, which is why another reason I want to take it a little bit slow so I don't stress my machine out, which would in case stress me out. Okay, when I get to the end of the zipper tab here, I'm going to reverse it so I can do a good back tack on it. And we're just about at the end. I'm going to back tack this as well. Okay. Alright, now see how nice and neat that lays now? See a little bit closer view of it? Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Actually, let me show you real quick here. Keep your zipper pull in the middle out of the way. What you want to do, I put this thing together as if this is the front and the back so that I know how to line these up. Then you just fold this over this way so you get it in the right position. And again, just line it up about ½ inch on each side, but now you have this bag to line it up to, line each edge of the bag up, and the zipper at the very top. Clip it down, sew it down, and then flip it over and do the top stitch on the very back after you get the zipper stitched in place so you can keep that part of the zipper nice and flat too. I'll meet you back here when I'm done with that. Hey guys, I'm back. Okay, got the zipper all put in, as you can see. Nicely goes in. It's nice and flat because you top stitch both sides, so it's down flat in the back as well. Now the next thing you want to do is put your zipper pull in the middle. And the reason why you're doing this is because we're getting ready to sew this together because we're almost done. So when you sew this all the way around, you need that zipper to be open so you can turn the bag right side out. So put it in the middle or 3/4, whichever way you want to do that. Pretty sides together on the top and back. Line them up. You start a zipper end. Make sure you got those ends of the zipper together there like that. Both sides. Your zipper pull be up out of the way. Now when you go to sew this around, you won't need your zipper foot because since we used a zipper tab, when we go to sew this, I'm using my 1/4 inch foot and it'll clear the zipper. So it's a matter of a nice easy sewing the rest of the time now. I'm going to sew it all the way around except for the top of the zipper. All 3 sides though. Both sides and the bottom. I'm going to do that with a straight stitch all the way around. Then I'm going to go back. I'm going to put my other presser foot on my wide open toe one. I'm going to do a zigzag stitch all the way around to help seal in those raw edges so it has a nice clean edge, a nice clean finish. So I've got my foot changed over to my 1/4 inch foot. I'm not so much doing a 1/4 inch on my machine. I'm using my 1/4 inch foot so I can clear that zipper tab there, and that's the foot that works best for me. If you don't have a 1/4 inch foot, then use your regular presser foot and definitely set your machine for a 1/4 inch so that you miss that tab and it stays nice and pretty. So you get this started here. Make sure you go forward and back a few times so you get a good hold on that, because when we go to zigzag, I'm not doing the very top. I'm only doing the actual bag part, not the up near the zipper part. So I'm going to go all the way around one time with a single stitch. Then I'll switch my presser foot over to the open toe foot, and then I'll bring you back to show you how I get started on my zigzag. So I'll be back in just a minute for you guys. Okay guys, I'm back. I've got it sewed all the way around, single straight stitch all the way around. Went back and forth at the top of the back to give it extra stability. Now when I go to zigzag, I'm not going to start up here where I got that plastic pieces where I don't have a zipper piece there. I'm going to start just below it. I'm going to zigzag all the way down here and on the bottom and up at the top and stop just before I get to that plastic part. I've got my zigzag stitch to 4.0 and 1.0. I'm going to get it started, and like I said, make sure that that zipper is definitely in the middle so that you can have be able to turn it right side out when we're all done. Okay guys, I'm going to do the zigzag all the way around till I get to the other side, then I'll bring it back. And okay guys, I got it zigzagged all the way around, so now the raw edges are all taken care of. Just need to trim off a few of these loose threads so they're not there when I turn the bag right side out. Although it doesn't really matter because they'll be tucked into the corners anyways, but just to keep it clean, especially if you're going to be giving this as a gift or selling it in a craft show, which is what I would wind up doing. Okay, I'm going to take these 2 corners, just kind of round them, so when I go to turn this right side out, because with that vinyl, it's hard to get that corner poked out because the vinyl's, it's thick. So this just helps it. I mean, you're never going to get it perfectly done because when you go to try to poke it with like a tool to poke it out better, you poke a hole right through it, and you don't want a hole in there. So go ahead and move that zipper out of the way and turn your bag right side out. And now, because this has got vinyl on it, it is a little finicky, a little tricky. I mean, you can do it. This zipper hole wants to get in there out of the way. It's going through our little zipper tab we created there. Just turn it right side out like that. Just kind of give it a push. It is a little tricky, but it is possible to get turned right side out. Just kind of use your fingers, poke it out through the corners. Okay, I have this little tool here. It's got it out of some kind of kit I got a long time ago. I use it for all kinds of stuff. Poke out the corners as best as you can. Since they're rounded, it's a little bit easier. If they were straight, it still would be rounded because I can't get the corner straight. Up here, poke your zipper out so that you can get the zipper tab popped out nice. Use this little tool to make sure you got it open there good. And we are done. This is your candy bag. Isn't that super cute? I just love it. Inside of it, nicely lined. And it's just an adorable gift or just fun for your own self. I mean, it is lots of possibilities with this, and they're just super, super cute. So get yourself some candy and make yourself a candy bag. It's a really fun project. I hope you guys have fun with it. And I've had a great time spending time with you guys today. I'll be back more with other future projects, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.